welcome back to Pure Lottie. So today's video is a full face of Milani and I will give you my first impressions and a wear test today. So all these products are from my advent calendar and I did the unboxing over on my vlog, so make sure you check that out for the month of December. So I hope you enjoy today's video. If you do, don't forget to hit the thumbs up down below because it really helps me out, and if you're new, don't forget to join my family, hit that subscribe button and change that notification bell to all so you don't miss any of my future videos. Alright, let's jump in. Hey guys, so it's currently 10 AM right now when I'm starting this. So I'm going to start off with using the Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper, just because we've got 3 lip products here. So I want to try and at least use 2. So, oh, I don't like the smell of this. Almost, I don't know, it sort of smells like spicy. So this is in the shade 01 Champagne. So I'm going to use this as sort of my like lip prep. So hold on. Okay, it's really thick. I have really dry lips right now, especially down here. So hopefully it helps. Alright, hopefully that hydrates my lips. I can definitely feel a cooling feeling already. It is quite thick. And it's sort of like a dry, sticky formula. I'm sure you can see that. But it's not super liquidy. So we'll see how it wears though. I can definitely feel the cooling effect on it. Doesn't hurt, just as I'm talking, like the cool air on the inside of my lips, I can feel that. It's like as though I've just eaten something like minty. Okay, so I'm going to use the brow pencil. So this is the Milani Precision Brow Pencil in Taupe. Okay, so I've just done this brow using the brow pencil. I really like it. It reminds me of the e.l.f. one that I really like, or the e.l.f. Skinny Brow one actually. It's very similar to that. Colour worked really well for me. It blends right in. Nice fine tips, so yeah, you can get in there and do a nice small stroke lines. It looks quite nice, but we'll see how it wears throughout the day. I'm just going to do this brow off camera and I'll be right back. Alright, so let's jump into eyeshadow primer. Now the brows are done. So I'm just going to use this Milani eyeshadow primer. I've actually tried this product in the past and I didn't like it in the past, but this is a brand new one. And it has been a few years since I've tried it, so my skin has definitely changed over the last few years. So we'll see what I think of it now. So here it is on the back of my hand. It is a slightly like tinted in colour. Now it does say it's lightweight, invisible finish and works on all skin tone, and apply to clean dry lids and blend well from lash line to brow. So let's have a look. I've just got some on my sponge here. Okay, so this is the difference. This is with the eye on and with it off. Can you see any difference there? I think this eye looks a bit more like matte, but definitely not the type of eye primer that I like. I want one that's actually going to get rid of all of my little veins on my eyes so that the eyeshadow can pop. So I don't like that it's not got a little bit of colour in it. It has just dried down to like a clear finish. Okay, update on my lips. It just still feels a little bit cooling. It really hasn't done much. I can't see any plumping effect with it. Just looks like a glossy with a bit of shimmer in it to me. Okay, now the primer is dried fully. I can feel it on my eyes, like, you know when you can feel something dry on your skin and it feels weird? That might be why I didn't like it last time, because yeah, I can definitely feel it. Okay, let's jump into the eyeshadow. So I've got the eyeshadow palette here. So let's make a look. Okay, I'm going to start off with this darker colour here, and I'm going to pop that in my crease. Start off with just tapping it in and then I will blend it out. Okay, I'm just going to take some of this like nude shade down here and use that to help blend the edges. Okay, I'm just going to go into this orangey sort of shade here. It's a matte shade. I'm just going to put that on the outer corner. I will just take a baby wipe and clean up underneath my eyes afterwards, but there is a lot of fallout with this palette, but it's definitely giving a color payoff, so I'm okay with that. If it didn't give me a color payoff, then I wouldn't be happy with the amount of fallout that I'm getting. This shade is definitely the worst. Like, if you look in the pan here, there is heaps from this shade as well, but the other shades weren't as bad. Okay, I'm going to take the gold in the palette here, this one, and I'm going to use that on the inner half of my eyes. So this one is a metallic-y shade. So let's see. Not much fallout in the pan, which is really good, but let's see how it goes on dry. I will say I have tried Milani shadows before and they're very impressive. I don't have any palettes of theirs at the moment, but they do normally have really nice palettes. But I'm thinking let's turn it up a notch and let's open up the setting spray and wet our brush a little bit so it can just be a lot more sparkly. Okay, I've just sprayed this spray and it is black. This is what has come out. It's like grey black. So I'm quite afraid right now. That's me spraying it on my brush. I am very, very nervous right now about this, but let's see. Let's see what happens. Okay, it hasn't affected the gold at all. Okay, very pretty. There you go. It's just stepped it up a little bit with the shimmer. Okay, so this is what the eyes are looking like now. So just a super simple orange look with the gold metallic. Really, really pretty. Very simple and easy though. I really liked the eyeshadow. The only one that I wasn't too keen about was that second shade in here that had loads of fallout. I would definitely be careful using that shade just because of how much fallout there is. You would definitely need to do your eyes first every single time. I really like the metallic shade, especially. That is really, really stunning, and I really like how popping it is. So yeah, very happy with the palette. I have tried Milani's eyeshadow formula before and I really like their formula, so yeah, very happy with that. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the eyeliner. So I've got brown eyeliner here. It's number 2 Semi Sweet, and it says it's a Stay Put eyeliner. So this is what it's looking like, and I am going to try and do a sort of smudged out look because it does have the little smudging bit here on the end. So this little end is actually the smudger tip, but if you pull the whole thing off, it is actually got a built-in sharpener as well, so you can have a nice point each time. It is just like a crayon formula, just like that. So I'm just going to smudge it out on my lash line. Okay, so that is just smudged out, and I'm just going to do the same on the other eye. Okay, so I ended up winging it out a little bit. So I really like it so far. I did that little bit on my hand and it's been probably 2 minutes since I did this and it is not coming off. Like, I'm scrubbing really hard and it's taking a lot to get it off. I'm excited to see how this goes. I think this is going to be a good eyeliner. Okay, let's jump into primer. So we've got the No Pore Zone mattifying primer It is lily and bamboo extracts, and it is a mattifier. So it says it's a matte finish and lightweight silky texture. So let's try this one out. Oh, I thought it was going to be like a pump tube, but it's not. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Okay, it's just like it's like a cloudy, like cleary sort of thing. And I'm going to press it in. Oh, I do not like the feeling of this instantly. I think this is like a silicone based one maybe. Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this one. I'm only gonna put it on my T-zone, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna put it up there and on my nose and just these bits on my cheek. Definitely mattifying, and then just a little bit on my chin. Definitely mattifying. I can definitely feel that. Definitely not the texture I normally like. So I'm just going to let that dry down for a few minutes and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I've let that sit on my skin for about 3 minutes now, just to give it time to set in. It still doesn't feel like as though it's drying down fully. Like it's not tacky, but I can still feel it on my skin. I really don't like the feeling of it. It's definitely silicone based. So let's jump into some foundation. Now I have this 2-in-1 concealer, Conceal Plus Perfect. So it's a long wearing foundation and concealer. Now I've got the shade 00A Porcelain here. Super light because, you know, your girl's Casper the Ghost here. Alright, it's got a nice pump on the top. So let's... Ooh. Okay, this is what it looks like. I just did probably 2.5 pumps, I would say, because that first one wasn't a full pump. So I'm going to take some from... very, very chemically smelling. Do not like the smell of that at all. It smells like paint. But let's see what it looks like. Okay, so this is what one side looks like compared to this side. It's definitely like color corrected and hidden most of my like freckles. I don't like how it is sitting on my skin. It definitely doesn't look flawless. But I don't have any setting powder here, so I'm going to use my usual setting powder, my Nakia Joy Cosmetics setting powder, and hopefully that will help it sit nicer on my skin. Okay, I've set underneath both my eyes, but this is the cheek that I've set compared to this cheek, so you can see the difference. This side definitely looks a lot better. It feels a lot better as well, but definitely feels different to my usual makeup, and I don't really like the feeling. Like my other makeup is more like lightweight. This one I've got that heavy feeling, which I think is down to this primer. Okay, I've zoomed you in quite a bit here. I'm not sure if you can see how it's like settling there. I don't know, it's like patchy, but like just doesn't sit nice on the skin. It's not like seeping in or anything or anything like that. It's sort of like sitting on top, and it just, this bit here just looks terrible. Let's go in with the bronzer and see if we can add some color back to my face, because I'm looking very, very pale right now. So I'm just going in with the bronzer. This is the Dolce Baked bronzer. Alright, it's definitely added a bit of colour. Definitely not my favourite bronzer, that's for sure. I think a different colour would have been nicer, but I mean, we've got what we've got. I think I needed a bit of a darker colour bronzer, but otherwise I think it looks okay. It's definitely not my favorite one, but it's not a terrible bronzer either. Alright, let's go in to the blush. So I have the shade Coral Cove, and it is a powder blush. And it's absolutely stunning. So let's add some of this on. Okay, very, very pigmented blush compared to the bronzer. Alright, let's jump back into the eyeshadow palette. I'm going to use this like pinky one up here, the matte, for my lower lash line. Okay, and for my inner corner highlight, I'm actually going to try this shimmer here. I think I'm going to use the other side of my brush and go into the lighter shade. I'm just going to tap it on top just to lighten it up a little bit. But you'll still be able to see the shimmer through it. See, like that, it's lightened it up a little bit compared to it being so dark. But you can still see like the little shimmer specks through. Then I think I'm going to take a little bit of the gold as well and just slightly pop a little bit more on top, in the corners, just because I want them to be a little bit more sparkly, and just a tiny bit of the gold on my brow bone. That's stunning. Okay, I'm going to go back in with the setting spray, just give it a good shake again, just set that all in place. I don't have any highlighter from here, so I'm going to use my Benefit Cookie highlighter. I have a little bit just left on my brush here, so I'm just going to use that whilst my face is still slightly wet, just to pop it on my cheekbones. Let's go in with the mascara. So this is the highly rated anti-gravity mascara by Milani. So it says it's an intense black, lashes that defy gravity. It's meant to be long wear, lounge proof, smudge proof, plump proof. Alright, let's use this mascara. This is a giant mascara. So, oh, it's a bendy wand. Okay, so this is what the wand looks like. So let's go in and see what it looks like on my lashes. Okay, well that is what one coat looks like compared to none. Let's just do another coat. Okay, and that is what two coats look like, and I definitely can see it lengthening my lashes, and it's definitely added some volume too. So let's do the other eye as well. Okay, so that's the lashes done. Definitely love the mascara. It definitely added lots of length and volume. Yeah, really like that one. Okay, and I think I want to use the red lipstick over the other one, but let's just quickly pop this Dolce Caramello on just so we can see what it looks like. I really love the shade of this lipstick. It is super creamy and smooth on your lips as well. Really like it. So this was 27 Dolce Caramello, just one of these ones. Well, it feels really nice. Definitely goes with the look as well, but I think I want to do the red lips because that was the first day of the advent calendar. So let's take this one off and put on the red. Quick update on the lip plumper. It's definitely hydrated my lips a little bit, but it had basically worn off by the time I finished doing my makeup. All right, let's go in with this red lippy now. Okay, it's definitely a lot more corally sort of color than red that I expected. It is called 140 Crave. Okay, so this is the finished look, so I will come back and do some check-ins. It is currently 11 AM right now on the 29th of December, so we will see what it looks like a bit later. But I'm going to film my intro and outro now. Hey guys, so it is currently 6:37 PM right now. So my makeup has been on for almost 8 hours. So it has been about 7 hours and 40 minutes since I finished my makeup, but if we take it from when I started, it's been 8 hours and 40 minutes since I started my makeup. So I'm going to zoom you in and show you what my face looks like. Okay, I am getting up super close and personal here. So this is what the top half of my face looks like. And then the bottom half. Okay, and I've just zoomed you out a little bit. So I'm going to go through this box and I'll give you my first impressions on everything and then a final recap. Okay, so first up we've got the primer. I do not like this. It is silicone based. It definitely doesn't feel nice on my skin. Not something that I like personally. It did mattify, however, so I think it would still be a good one for those that like silicone based primers, but it's definitely not my type of primer to use. We have the eyeshadow primer here. I'm definitely going to pass this on to someone else. It is a nice primer, yes. I don't see any like creasing on my eyes or anything, but it doesn't do as much as I want it to do. So with my eyeshadow primers, I always want it to cover my veins and my freckles, and this doesn't because it's like an invisible one, so it goes clear. So yeah, I don't like it because of that, but it does work. So for those that don't have those dark veins or any spots on their eyes, then they would love this, but me personally, yeah, I don't like it, so I will pass this on to someone else. Okay, the lip plumper. I unfortunately didn't like this. It's not about the lip plumping feeling, it was just more that it was quite sticky, and I was getting some of those stringies and it was getting caught up in the corners of my mouth. But it's like a nice gloss. I would probably use it more as a gloss topper than a lip plumper, so I'll probably keep it to do that with it. This little lipstick here, this wore off pretty quickly. I haven't reapplied it because I've just been doing lots of errands today and stuff. I did do some filming and everything and spent some time with some family. So yeah, I didn't get a chance to reapply it, but I do really like how it feels. It's more of like a like satin, silky, like balm type finish rather than like a lipstick. So I love this formula. However, I didn't like this color with the look that I did. I feel like as though this color, I need to use it on a different day, like maybe when I do a brown look versus the orangey look. But I will definitely be keeping this, and I'm interested in maybe picking up some more shades of that one. The brown eyeliner. This here has held up fantastically. It looks like it did when I first applied it, and the little bit that I had on my hand took forever to come off. I really like how easy it is. It's a really good one when you don't want to make precision eyeliner. You just want to smudge it out and make it look smoky. So I really like this, so definitely keeping that one. This little Milani lipstick, this one's the Dolce Caramello one. I really love the shade of this one as well, and I also like the finish of this one as well. I didn't do a wear test with this one though, but I would assume that it probably wear off probably as quickly as this because it's not a liquid lip, it's just a lipstick. But I definitely don't vibe with the liquid lipsticks anymore because it just dries my lips out too much. Next item is the Precision Brow. I really liked this, exactly the same as the e.l.f. one that I used, so yeah, really happy with this. I definitely would put a gel with it next time though. The Milani mascara, I really like this for like an everyday mascara. However, what I don't like about it is it did leave a few black flecks underneath my eyes throughout the day. So just a word of warning, watch out for that and make sure it doesn't leave big black marks underneath there or lots of black spots. I just had to keep wiping them away throughout the day. The setting spray, I can't really comment on this. I think I need to use it a little bit more. The fact that it's, you know, a dark color when you spray it closely and it's got like those charcoal bits in it, I'm not too keen on that. But I want to try this with my, you know, tried and true makeup routine and see how it handles when I've got my proper products on, because I really couldn't tell whether this did anything today, and it's definitely not as hydrating as I would like it as well. the concealer and foundation in one. This shade is a little bit too light for what I am right now, but when in winter it definitely would match up. If I didn't have any of the self tanner on, then it would definitely work properly, which is why I wore a high neck today, because I'm more of a bit of a like a yellow tinge at the moment from the fake tan, but otherwise it would work for my normal color. However, I do not like how this feels on my skin, and I do not like how cakey it is and how it has all separated. Like, it is all separating underneath my eyes really badly, around my nose, around my mouth. I'm missing patches everywhere. So I definitely want to give it a try with my proper primer and my setting powder and everything, and see what it does when I do that. But yeah, otherwise I probably won't use it if it doesn't withstand when I have my actual other products mixed with it. Eyeshadow palette, I think I'm going to pass this on to someone else. I do like the shades and everything, but I have all these colors already, so I really don't feel like as though I need to keep this little palette as well. And I already have little travel palettes and stuff that I travel with, but I do really like Milani's eyeshadow formula. The only one to worry about is that second one there. There was a lot of fallout with that. Lucky last two products. Bronzer, I liked the formula, I didn't like the shade. Now, I am like Casper the Ghost, and I don't have any self tanner on my actual face. I've got it just up to my neck. But this was too light for me, I feel. I had to go in so many times and try and build it up, and it just didn't give me the payoff that I was looking for. And the lucky last item is the blush. Now, this is amazing. It is still on my cheeks after 8 hours, and it was super pigmented. And yeah, I love Milani blushes, but I also love the packaging, like with that flower. So very, very impressed with this one. So that is everything that I need to do a check-in on. So yeah, I will pass you back to past future Lottie. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up down below, because it really helps me out. And if you're new, don't forget to join my family. Hit that subscribe button and change that notification bell to all, so you don't miss any of my future videos. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. Bye!